Well, welcome first grade friends. Today is Tuesday, September 29th, and you're going to need some materials today. So grab your red word book. And again, if you don't have a red word book, that's okay. Grab a piece of paper and your red crayon. It'll be really important to use red today. You can go ahead and enjoy the sight word rap song for a little while. After you've clicked on that link and enjoyed the song, come on back. All right, our goal today is I will learn to read and spell undecodable words. That means words we can't sound out. We like to call those red words. Sometimes they're called sight words. I will show my learning by spelling and reading undecodable words, those red words or sight words. These are the words that we practiced last week. So let's review them. If you have your word book, your red word book from last week, grab that book. Everybody stand up. We're going to tap out these words. Here we go. Everybody's standing, holding that book out in front of you. We're going to start with the word my. Remember, you hold the book out in front of you. Take your other hand, cross it over your body. And we're going to say, tap out the letters and say the word. We're going to do each one 3 times. Here we go. M-Y, my. It's very important that you're looking at your words. If you don't have your book, you can look at the words on the screen and tap them out. M-Y, my. M-Y, my. Awesome. Let's turn the page. Our next word is has. Here we go. H-A-S, has. H-A-S, has. H-A-S, has. Remember, if I ever move too quickly, pause the video and you can do this on your own. Turn the page. The next word is. Here we go. I-S, is. I-S, is. I-S, is. Wonderful. Let's move on to the word here. All right. Here we go. H-E-R-E, here. You can say it with a little rhythm. It will help you remember. H-E-R-E, here. H-E-R-E, here. Awesome. Let's go on to the next word. Our next word is said. S-A-I-D, said. S-A-I-D, said. S-A-I-D, said. And our last one for today is the word the. Here we go. T-H-E, the. T-H-E, the. T-H-E, the. Awesome. Let's move on to our new words this week. Here's our steps in completing our red word process. Today's first red word is going to be the word school. So on a clean sheet of paper, either in your red word notebook or in your own notebook paper with your red crayon, write the word school. I'll write it on my paper. S. Write it with me. C-H-O-O-L. School. Now remember, we do not have any capital letters, so when we write our S, it's little curve, starting right below that dotted line. Our C is big curve around, starting just below that dotted line, touching the dotted line and the baseline. The H is our tall letter. It starts all the way at the top, goes to the baseline, don't drop below with our hump. And we practiced O this yesterday. O is our letter that you were practicing. Makes a different sound in this word, but we still practiced it. 2 O's and then L is a tall letter. Let's move on. If I go too quickly, pause the video to write the word school. All right, stand up. Oh, one thing before we do the word school. We're going to say this one in a rhythm before we stand up and tap it out because there are more than 3 or 4 letters in this word. So I want you to swoop this word, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to give it some swoops just like this. So when we read it, we'll say S-C-H-O-O-L, school. So give it some swoops from the S to the H, and then the O-O to the L. All right, now we're ready. Go ahead and stand up. Here we go. Book out in front of you, opposite arm on the shoulder. Here we go. S-C-H-O-O-L, school. S-C-H-O-O-L, school. S-C-H-O-O-L, school. Good job. Okay, next, you need to get out that tracing finger. You're going to start on the S. We're going to do the same thing. Remember, we trace the letters, say the names of the letters, and then we're going to say the word. Here we go, right down in front of you. S-C-H-O-O-L, school. And draw a line with your finger under the word when you say it. Let's do it again. S-C-H-O-O-L, school. S-C-H-O-O-L, school. Wonderful. All right. Now we're going to use our minds. So turn your paper, flip. If you have your red book, flip it up. If you have your notebook paper, flip it over. You're going to write school on the first line. Then do a teacher check. Go ahead and do that. You can pause the video to write that word. And then check the screen. If you wrote it correctly, write it 2 more times. Remember to go down your paper when you write those words, not across, because we're not writing a sentence. It's like a list. So we would have school, school, school. Still using that really good handwriting and line spacing. After you've written that word 3 times, you're going to use it in a sentence. So you can get out your pencil and write it in a sentence, underlining the word school with a red crayon. You can write your own sentence, or you can use mine on the screen. I love my school with you. Go ahead and write your sentence. After you've written your sentence, come back and we will continue on. All right, now that you wrote your red word your sentence with the word school, we're ready for our second red word today. Here are the steps. The word we're going to work on next is the word what. So go to a clean sheet of paper in your red word book, or get out your notebook paper and go back to where we wrote the word school just one time, and that's where you can write this. So let's write it together. W-H-A-T. I'm going to hold it up here for you. Now that W starts at the dotted line. It's diagonal down, little line, diagonal up, little line, diagonal down, little line, diagonal up, little line. Going from the dotted line to the baseline. That H is a tall letter. We have A, we have a curve with a little line. And then T, it's a tall letter all the way at the top with a little line to cross over. The word is what. Okay, let's go on. All right, everybody stand up. We're going to arm tap our word. Here we go, holding out our paper in front of us. It's very important that we're looking right at the word. Take that other hand, cross it over on your shoulder. Here we go. W-H-A-T, what? W-H-A-T, what? W-H-A-T, A-T, what? Awesome. Okay, sit back down. Our next step is to trace it 3 times with our finger. So get that tracing finger. Remember, we always start our letters at the top when we're tracing. We say the letter names and swoop our hand straight underneath to draw a line to say the word. Here we go. W-H-A-T, what? W-H-A-T, what? W-H-A-T, what? All right, good job. Now, flip your paper up in your red word book, or flip your paper over on your notebook paper and write the word what just one time. Say those letters. You're going to write it. W-H-A-T, what? Write it one time, then do a teacher check and make sure you have it spelled correctly using good line spacing. Good. Now, go ahead and write it 2 more times. It'll be really important to remember to write down like you're writing a list. All right. You can always pause the video. I really want you to do your very best work. Our next step is to use it in a sentence. What are you doing today? That was my sentence. You can write it on the very bottom using a pencil and underlining the word what with your red crayon. I started my sentence with the word what, so now I need to make sure I have a capital letter at the beginning. You can copy my sentence or you can write your own. Pause the video so that you can write that sentence. All right, welcome back. I hope you have a great sentence written. Now, our 2 words that we worked on today were the word school and the word what. Your next job will be to practice your sight words. I've added list 4 onto the links so that you can continue to practice. If you aren't ready for list 4 yet, that's okay. You keep practicing where you are. I've also added in the links some fun games that you could play with your sight words. Don't just read the words, play some games. You could play memory, you could play goldfish, get out magnet letters, or shaving cream. Have some fun with those sight words. Practice spelling them. You can also see the lists of words through the screens. And again, practice where you are. One last thing to practice today, you need to make sure that you do your phonemic awareness video. We want to do our rhyming, onset fluency, blending words, isolating the final sound, segmenting, adding and deleting words. Here is the video link. It is in the presentation. It's in the on-demand videos and the learning log this week. It'll be important that you complete and you participate in the phonemic awareness video. All right? I'm glad you were here practicing your red words with me today. I hope to see you all soon. Bye.